Remember Jah, una fi remember Jah. You will never call Jehovah. You will never call Jehovah. Remember Jah, una fi remember Jah. You will never call Jehovah. You will never call Jehovah.
Peace, this your host Selah-Shalom, and this is the Cosmon Teachings in the words of Jehovah and his angel ambassadors from the Cosmon Bible OAHSPE. And the topic of discussion today is called the Atmospheric Angels, Etherean Angels, and Archangels. Now in OAHSPE it gives a detailed description concerning atmospheric angels, Etherean angels, and archangels. Now what are atmospheric angels, Etherean angels, and archangels? Let's first start with atmospheric angels. To be clear, an angel is what we become after death. So all angels were one-time human beings on the planet or another Earth-like planet in the cosmos. As stated in the book of Selah, Degree of Golden Chamber, verses 24 through 27, it states, "Who are angels of heaven?" Verse 25, "People who once lived on earth or other corporeal worlds." Verse 26, "What is their form?" Verse 27, "Even as mortals, but being perfect." So with that being said, we are clear on what an angel is. Now the term atmospheric angel refer to angels residing in the atmospherian regions belonging to the earth. As stated in the book of Judgment, chapter 12, verse 17, it states, "I fill not the air of the firmament with angels scattered about, but I give unto them regions habitable like and home-like, and I grade them suitable to the resurrection of the spirits of the dead." So with this verse, it's clear that those that die on earth are born in spirit in these different atmospheric regions belonging to the earth. The earth is composed of different atmospheric layers from low to high. And when we die on earth, our angelic bodies will exist within these atmospheric layers. Some atmospheric angels reside near to the earth, while other atmospheric angels reside high in the atmosphere. The reason these angels are called atmospheric angels because these angels are bound to the atmosphere belonging to the earth. The way it works is that the earth is subjected to a vortex. The vortex represents the atmospheric layers. Now the atmospheric layers have their boundaries as well. The troposphere being the lowest atmospheric layer and the exosphere being the highest atmospheric layer. And that which exists outside the atmospheric layers or the vortex is the Etherean regions that are separate from planetary worlds in their atmosphere. So atmospheric angels are subjected to the atmosphere belonging to the earth and must progress through the different atmospheric layers before being able to exist in the Etherean regions existing outside of the earth and its atmosphere. So the limitations of atmospheric angels is the earth and the atmospheric layers belonging to it. While on the other hand, the Etherean angels, being angels that have graduated off of planetary worlds and their atmospheric layers belonging to planets. Atmospheric angels that are ready to ascend into the Etherean regions take place during the harvest time every 400 years, as stated in the book of Jehovah, chapter 7, verse 17 and 18, it states, verse 17, "And to God and his lords with the brides and bridegrooms." Brides and bridegrooms are angels that are ready to ascend. "Will I send down from Etheria ships in the time of light or the time of dawn? By my Etherean gods and goddesses shall the ships descend to these heavens and receive God and his lords with the brides and bridegrooms and carry them up to the exalted regions I have prepared for them." Verse 18, "And all such as ascend shall be called a harvest unto me through my God and lords. And the time of my harvest shall be according to each time of light or each dan, which is 200 years, 400 years, 600 years, and 500 years. And these shall be called my lesser cycles, because they are the times of the tables of prophecy which I give unto my servants. See that? So with this verse, it explains the appointed times that atmospheric angels ascend into the Etherean regions, assisted by Etherean angels. Now, Etherean angels are angels that reside in the Etherean regions or Etherean worlds, existing outside of planetary worlds in their atmosphere. As stated in the book of Safa, Degree of Golden Chamber, chapter 42 and 43, it states, verse 42, who are Etherians? Verse 43, spirits or angels who have risen above the bondage of the earth and its atmosphere. Spirits can come only to such mortals as have attained beyond earthly desires. So it's clear what Etherean angels are. And remember, these angels are the same one-time humans on this planet or another Earth-like planet in the cosmos, showing you the connection between mortals and angels in their progression in creation. Now, the destiny of mortals is to reach Etheria, as stated in the book of Jehovah, chapter 2, verse 2. It states, verse 2, Jehovah said, I created the earth and fashioned it and placed it in the firmament, and by my presence brought man forth a living being. A corporeal body gave I him, that he might learn corporeal things. And death I made that he might rise in the firmament and inherit my Etherean worlds. See that? So death represents the spirit birth. And from that point begins the progression through the atmospheric layers belonging to the earth for that spirit, until reaching the ultimate goal of the Etherean regions. So that's the scope, that's the plan, to reach Etheria for mortals and atmospheric angels belonging to the planet. Now in the book of Jehovah, chapter 2, verse 5 through 7, it gives you a description of Etheria. Verse 5, for the substance of my Etherean worlds I created Eth, the most rarefied. Out of Eth, or ether, made I them, and I made ether, the most subtile of all created things, and I gave to it power and place, not only by itself, but also power to penetrate and exist within all things, even in the midst of the corporeal worlds. And to ether, give I dominion over both atmospheria and corpor. Verse 6, in the all highest places created I the Etherean worlds, and I fashioned them of all shapes and sizes, similar to my corporeal worlds. But I made the Etherean worlds inhabitable both within and without, with entrance and exit, and arches and curves thousands of miles high and wide, and overruled I them with all perfection, machinism, and in colors and movable chisels, and mountains in endless change and brilliance. To them I gave motion in orbits and courses of their own. Independent made I them, and above all other worlds in potency and majesty. Verse 7, neither created I one Etherean world like another in size or density, or in component parts, but every one differing from another, and with the glory matchless, each in its own way. So here we have a description of the Etherean worlds, the destination for all mortals and angels belonging to the earth and its atmosphere. And the Etherean worlds are totally independent from corporeal worlds or physical worlds, and have total influence on corporeal worlds. Likewise with the Etherean angels. When Etherean angels come to instruct atmospheric angels and mortals belonging to a planet, they are in total control of the situation at hand, and their purpose is to assist mortals and angels on what is necessary for the growth of both mortals and angels belonging to the earth and its atmosphere. And this is where the archangels come in. Archangels are angels that are stationed in the arcs. The arc cycles are periods of 3,000 years, that the earth passes through along its travel with the solar system. And at the beginning of the ark, angels known as archangels descend down from the Etherean regions and penetrate through the atmospheric layers belonging to the earth to assist both mortals and angels belonging to the planet. As stated in the book of Synopsis of 16 Cycles, chapter 1, verse 2 through 4, where it states, verse 2, second, the sun with his family, being the solar system, plieth in a large circuit, which is divided into 1,500 arcs, the distance of which for each arc is about 3,000 years, or one cycle. Verse 3, during a cycle, the earth and her heavens fall in the Etherean regions of hundreds of Etherean worlds, where dwell Jehovah's high-raised angels, whose chiefs have to do with the management of worlds. Verse 4, during the time of a cycle, the earth is therefore under the control and management of such of Jehovah's angels for the resurrection of man of the earth. See that? So it's clear that archangels are angels stationed in the arcs. And these arcs are at distances of 3,000 years. So every 3,000 years is when the archangels come to earth and its atmosphere to help assist mortals and angels belonging to the earth and its atmosphere. So these are the differences between these three groups of angels. Atmospheric angels are angels bound to the atmosphere and the earth. Etherean angels are angels that reside in the Etherean regions existing outside of the earth and its atmosphere. And archangels are angels that are stationed in the arcs that the earth passes through every 3,000 years. So when you read OAHSPE, it makes clear these distinctions among angels. And with that, I'd like to say peace and blessings and catch you on the next documentary. Shalom.
Remember Jah. Remember Jah. You will never call Jehovah. You will never call Jehovah. Remember Jah. Remember Jah. You will never call Jehovah. You will never call Jehovah.